Hello children, this is class 5, term 3, unit 3. Today we are going to see about a lesson called the monster tree. Do you all know what is meant by monster? Yeah, monster is nothing but it's a formation of a ghost. So today we are going to see about this story. Let's see about the characters in this play. Jenna, a small little girl, Jenna's mother, monster tree, villagers, Jenna's friends, and squirrel. Characters in this play are Jenna, a small little girl, Jenna's mother, monster tree, villagers, Jenna's friends, and squirrel. It is very dark and the wind is whistling. No one is around. One can hear the cry of a wolf far away. The bush is dancing to the wind music. It seems as if it was a welcome dance. Behind the bush there was a huge shadow. It moved slightly and for a second everything was quiet. No wind, no movement, nothing. There was a dead silence. Suddenly, a bolt of massive lightning appeared with a rumble of thunder. There was a massive lightning appeared with a rumble of thunder. Do you all know what is meant by rumble? Yeah, rumble is nothing but it is to make a deep, heavy sound. And do you all know what is meant by massive? Yeah, massive is very big. Here, it has a very deep, heavy sound of thunder and lightning. In the lightning, Jenna could see a tree. It was a monster tree. She got scared and wanted to run away. In the lightning, Jenna could see a tree. It was a monster tree. So she got scared and she wanted to run away. This is the picture of a monster tree where Jenna looked at the tree and she ran away. As Jenna screamed in fear, the monster woke up. She could see it. Now it is awake, transformed into a monster amid the bolts of lightning that hit the ground. Now she saw the monster which is awake and she was very scared and she wanted to run. As she wanted to run, but her legs was very stuck in the mud. She couldn't move her legs from the tree. Jenna wanted to run, but she can't able to move her legs because the reeds from the bush have caught her legs. She said, "Oh my God, it is gonna kill me." She thought and she tried to free her legs, but in vain. The monster became very sharp like a sword and came towards her, and her heart was raised and she felt very burst. Suddenly she got up from her sleep and called her mother, "Mom." Then her mother came and asked, "Jenna, what happened? Get up. Did you have a nightmare?" asked her mother. Then she hugged her mother and slept with her. Her mother asked her about the dream in the morning, but Jenna said nothing happened. Jenna and her family came to a village. A month ago, Jenna and her family had come to a village. On the previous day, Jenna's friend was telling her that there was a big peepal tree at the entrance of the village. On the previous day, Jenna's friend was telling her it was a big peepal tree at the entrance of the village. Children used to play under it, and many birds made nest on it. The elders rested in the shade, but one day two men running away from the tree, they said there was a monster in it and asked the people to not go near it. The children ignored the warning and then they started to play again. And at last they got scared and they also ran away. When Jenna came to the people tree, her friends shouted that, "No, Jenna, don't go there." But Jenna replied that she had to find her earrings. Then they shouted in fear. All her friends said, "Run, Jenna, run." She turned and saw one of the branches coming to hit her. She bent down and dogged it. She ran away from the tree. That night she had a nightmare. Days before, the children in the village ignored the warning and went to play. But when the children stepped near the tree, it shook its leaves. And then they hadn't seen the tree before like this. The children in the village ignored the warning and went to play. But when the children stopped near the tree, it shook its leaves. They hadn't seen the tree before like this. Then suddenly the tree twisted its branches and threw the swing. Suddenly the tree twisted its branches and threw the swing. The trunk of the tree cracked open and the tree rolled. And the trunk of the tree cracked open and the tree rolled. Next day, the girl was saying to Jenna that one day two men running away from the tree. They said there was a monster in it and asked people not to go near it. The girl was saying to Jenna that one day two men were running away from the tree. They said that there was a monster in it and asked people not to go near it. That day, Jenna decided to overcome her fear. She asked more about the monster tree to her friends. She came to know that the tree was good and helpful. That day, Jenna decided to overcome her fear. She asked more about the monster tree to her friends. She came to know that the tree was good and helpful. She put her fear away and she spent many days to find a reason for the change in tree's behavior. She put the fear away and she spent many days to find a reason for the change in tree's behavior. She went to the tree whenever she had the time. She went to the tree whenever she had the time. She felt that the tree was also watching her. Whenever she had time, she felt that the tree was also watching her. In this picture, Jenna tells that the tree was very kind to her, but the people of the village did not believe her. At last, the villagers planned to cut it, but the villagers had stopped them. The villagers planned to cut the tree, but the villagers had stopped them by cutting the tree. He told them how the tree had helped the village. He told them how the tree had helped the village. He also advised them to make a fence around the tree to make the people stop cutting the trees. The head man in the village advised them to make a fence around the tree to stop people from going near it. The head of the village advised them to make a fence around the tree not to go near the tree, and hence the tree was called the monster tree, and hence the tree is called as the monster tree. Okay, children, let's see some Character sketch about Jenna. Jenna was a brave girl and also a curious girl. Jenna is a brave girl and a curious girl. On the previous day, Jenna went to play with her friends. On the previous day, Jenna went to play with her friends. She was a brave and curious little girl. She was a brave and curious little girl. She was playing with her friends. She was playing with her friends. She removed her earrings and kept it on the ground. She removed her earrings and kept it on the ground. The squirrel took her earrings and ran away. The squirrel took her earrings and ran away. She chased it, and before she knew, she was in front of the monster tree. She chased, and before she knew, she was in the front of the monster tree. One day when she crossed the fenced area, the tree started to scare her. The tree started to scare her, but not as much as before. The tree dropped its sharp branches close to her, but not as much as before. The tree dropped its sharp branches close to her. Yet she was not afraid. When she was going to touch the tree, it opened its mouth and roared. Yet she was not afraid. When she was going to touch the tree, it opened its mouth and roared. Jenna calmly touched the tree and patted it. Jenna calmly touched the tree and patted it. Suddenly the tree grumbled. And then the tree said to Jenna, "Go away, please go away." The tree grumbled and said to Jenna, "Go away, please go away." And then Jenna asked, "Why? I know you are a good tree." Jenna asked, "Why? I know you are a good tree." And then Jenna questioned to the tree that, "Why are you doing this?" Then Jenna asked, "Why are you doing this?" The tree shouted and said, "Yes, I was good, but it is only because of you." The tree said, "Yes, I was good, but it is only because of you." "I have become like this," said the mother tree to Jenna. "I have become like this," said the mother tree to Jenna. After listening to the tree story, Jenna felt embarrassed, and then tree said to Jenna that, "I did not know that people were so selfish." The tree said to Jenna that, "I did not know that people were so selfish. They destroy everything mercilessly. I wanted to save the squirrels. So I became a monster tree." The tree said, "I wanted to save squirrels, so that I became a monster tree." In a few seconds, one by one, many squirrels came out from the tree. Hundreds of them were there. The tree continues, "They are the reason for me to become a monster." The tree continued, "They are the reason for me to become a monster." Okay, children, I hope you all understood this lesson. Then I give you this moral. It is very important for the human to save trees. Then only humans can survive their lives. It is very important for the human to save trees. Then only human can survive their lives. Trees are the scavengers of the earth. Plant them more and make the planet Earth and surfing planet for all living organisms. Plant them more and makes the planet Earth and surviving planet for all living organisms. So children, you all should plant trees. You should not make anyone to cut the trees. We have to serve the Mother Earth. Now let's see the glossary in this lesson, the monster tree. Whistling high-pitched sound by using breath. Whistling high-pitched sound by using breath. Massive, large. massive, large. Ignore, refuse to take notice of. Ignore, refuse to take notice of. Nightmare, scary dream. Nightmare, scary dream. Dogged, avoid to escape. Dog, avoided to escape. Oath, promise, pledge. Oath, promise, pledge. Now let's see the fill in the blanks. Jenna and her family moved to the village dash ago. Jenna and her family moved to the village a month ago. Second one, Jenna saw a dash behind her. Jenna saw a branch behind her. The squirrel ran to the dash tree. The squirrel ran to the monster tree. The monster tree was protecting the squirrels. The monster tree was protecting the squirrels. The villagers took oath not to harm the dash. The villagers took oath not to harm the nature. Now let's go to the question and answer. First question. Why did Jenna have a nightmare? Why did Jenna have a nightmare? Why did Jenna have a nightmare? Answer. Jenna had a nightmare because a month ago they had come to the village and her friends told her about the village. Jenna had a nightmare because a month ago they had come to the village and her friends told her about the village. Second question. Why did Jenna chase the squirrel? Why did Jenna chase the squirrel? Jenna chased the squirrel because she wanted to take her earrings back. Jenna chased the squirrel because she wanted to take her earrings back. Why did Jenna's friends stop her from going near the tree? Why did Jenna's friends stop her from going near the tree? Answer. Jenna's friends stopped her from going near the tree because it would affect or hurt Jenna. Jenna's friends stopped her from going near the tree because it would affect or hurt Jenna. Who made the tree became a monster? Who made the tree became a monster? Answer. People made the tree to become a monster. Answer. People made the tree to become a monster. Why was the tree called the mother tree? Why was the tree called the mother tree? The tree called the mother tree because it gave shelter to many squirrels. The tree called the mother tree because it gave shelter to many squirrels. Okay, children, I hope you all understood this lesson. Then you all take notes, and if you have any doubts, make a note of it. I will explain you at the day of reopening. Now let's see the next video as soon as possible.